It's Tuesday at 2. Plan B Sales, Concord, North Carolina. So glad you've joined us talking Diecast, talking NASCAR racing, and having the time of our life. Steve Post from MRN. It is great to have you joining us here. And let's see, Alex, Bobby, Scott, Jill. Oh my gosh, everybody is good. Everyone is in place, in position, and we are set to go. And yes, as is the case in Texas, as we're recording this at Tuesday at 2:09, we're still in a holding pattern at Texas. So stay tuned. We may have a race, and you know what that means? We may have a race winner. Oh yes, we'll have to see. Have to see what happens with it. So stay tuned. Right now, everything is in a holding pattern in Texas, and those are the worst. Been there, done that. I was part of the hostage crisis in Michigan years ago, where we raced on Tuesday. This one sounds like it might even be a little bit longer. And so right now, they're still holding and still waiting to see what happens. So stay tuned on that. The Xfinity Series is done down there. The trucks are done. They got out of town before it all hit. And right now, the Cup Series. My understanding is that they can go as late as Thursday on running the Cup race. Maybe the weather will clear out of there tonight or tomorrow or something, and they'll get an opening. But the one thing that's so much different about this year is that with the one-day shows, used to be you had to be in Martinsville on Friday morning, the Cup Series. Now, you got to be in Martinsville probably Saturday night to get in that garage on Saturday or Sunday morning for inspection. So it's a little bit more time. But the challenge that they have is that there's so many moving parts and pieces beyond the teams. Well, the teams, because of the drive from Texas to North Carolina, they need to make sure they have 2 hauler drivers to get back. And then they get the cars turned around and go from there. So from what I hear, we've got until then. Hopefully we won't have to wait till then, and they can get going. So we'll see what happens. And when that happens, follow along with the emails and social media and see if we get a race winner and something that you can get your hands on with your favorite drivers. So it is cool. Fun stuff for sure, and we got some fun diecast cars. John wants to know, what do I think of Eric Jones going in the 43 next year? Fascinated by that one. I think Eric is, I think it's a good step for Richard Petty Motorsports as they continue to try to build their program and get a race winner like Eric Jones in the car and go forward. And so I think it's going to be interesting. I worry about the 43 team because of funding. I worry about it. It's one of the smaller teams, but I think when you look at the grand scheme of things, I think Eric is a solid fit for that car. I think he'll give that car some good runs, and we'll just have to see what happens with it. With the musical chairs game, as we talk about, the music stopped for Eric Jones, and that was the best seat to sit in. And so here we go, and we'll see. It is stay tuned. We'll have to see what happens. The beauty of the NASCAR stuff is we've got all of these months to speculate about it. And in February, we'll roll up in Daytona and we'll find all the answers. And so we'll see. I like it. I think it's, I love some Eric Jones. He's involved with some dirt track racing stuff up at Millbridge Speedway, and chatted with him briefly a couple weeks ago. It seems like he's doing well, and it is good stuff. So fun for sure. Fun stuff for sure. Hey, I want to share with you some really neat diecast cars that we have. Okay. Do you remember back in March? Okay, everyone's sitting in Atlanta as far as the NASCAR world, and then everyone was not sitting in Atlanta. Everyone was headed home, and we started some iRacing. Okay, well, we have diecast cars from iRacing, so this is actually the only time these cars have been produced, and I don't even mean in the NASCAR shops. I mean, and remember, Timmy Hill won that iRacing race. There you have it, Timmy Hill diecast. Okay, the number 66 car, the roof claim car. Okay. Here's the really good news if you're Timmy Hill. These cars sold out. Here's the really, really good news for you. This new software we've shared with you, it's a new website at Circle B Diecast, okay? This new website has a notification or a system where if you want something that's sold out, you mash the button, it says notify me, and you get put on a list, sort of like a waiting list for a plane ride, I guess. And should people opt not to buy the car, or if when we get an order, and let's say we get 400 cars in, okay, and I'm just pulling numbers out of my rear end here, I don't know what it is, but let's say 250 of them are going to dealers across the country, 150 are bought by individuals, or maybe it's 250, whatever it is. But what happens when the cars come in, some people are like, you know, the car broke down, the washing machine doesn't work, I need to put a new roof on the house, I can't afford it, cancel my order. Or we have sometimes some dealers that say, hey man, I know I ordered 25 from you, but things are a little tough here, can I just get 15? And so what will happen is some will be put back into inventory. So this Timmy Hill car is a great example of that, okay? It is sold out now. But if you want the Timmy Hill car, go find it on planbsales.com or circlebdiecast.com, which I should have said. Okay, circlebdiecast.com. Find it there, okay, and hit the notify me button. And should people not claim their orders, they'll be put back in inventory and you will knock it out. And so, good stuff. Fun things, that's for sure. So we got that with Timmy Hill. Also during that time period, our good friend Bubba Wallace was running the Sunoco colors. Beautiful, beautiful car. The Sunoco number 43. We have this one here, and this one is in stock. So if you go there and order it, you can get it shipped out to you rather promptly. Okay, and I believe we've got some autographed ones of these coming as well. And so we have to stay tuned for that. So, yeah. So the Sunoco colors, this is another one of the iRacing cars. Fun stuff. It really is. Neat stuff. And neat stuff on the Circle B Diecast side. I know a lot of times you're maybe new to the party. Or you kind of take a liking to a driver 6 months after he won that race, and you can go on there with our notify button, and you can get it, get it in the waiting list, if you would, in the queue for it. And who knows, maybe if you want to go on there and get on the queue for this Timmy Hill car in a day or two, as orders are starting to be processed, you can get this in your collection. And so that's kind of one of the new things. It's always tough when you take a massive website like planbsales.com, a massive retail site, transfer it over to Circle B Diecast, okay? And the challenges are so many, and we're learning challenges as we go, but you do it because we have mechanisms now like this where you can be put on a waiting list. And so then you might be able to get the diecast cars that you want. We haven't now because it gives us more flexibility with what we do and what we showcase and what we do. One of the things we've learned is there's a couple of glitches and challenges we're working on with shipping. Okay, so you order it up and we're working on getting the system connected to our system and all of that stuff. So so there has been just a little bit of a glitch with shipping of some items, and so we're working through that, and we appreciate your patience on it, and we continue to work through it. So but all is well, and circlebdiecast.com is cool. So fun stuff for sure. Brandon wants to know, where do you think that Kyle Larson goes in NASCAR? I think he goes to Hendrick Motorsports, and but I think we're waiting a couple weeks before we hear anything about that. My opinion, I've heard the rumor like so many other people have. I don't know any inside knowledge, but I just think that that's kind of what I'm hearing, and it sounds like that's the case. There's a great driver that's been reinstated by NASCAR, and there is a great team that has an open seat. You do the math. Especially when you see other drivers now starting to take their positions. So, you know, I think it's really telling when a guy like Eric Jones takes his seat at the 43. That leads me to believe that decisions are made, and we're close to that. But I don't expect anything. I could be wrong. It could be announced this afternoon, but I think it'll be after the season is over before we hear officially where Kyle Larson ends up going. So there you have it. So fun stuff for sure. Let's see. There's something there. Can't we just call it and give Clint Boyer the win? Oh, wouldn't that be big? Yeah, that'd be big. Unfortunately, that's not how it's going to go. Larson is the guest on Dale Jr.'s download tonight on Dirty Mo's website. Well, now we might find out earlier. That's going to be interesting. Okay, stay tuned. We may get an inkling, we may not. That's fascinating. That really is. Dale Jr.'s download is phenomenal. So I mean, it is really, really neat. So there you have it. So that's what's kind of going on here. Now I want to do something. Last week, some of you participated in our big diecast show on Tuesday night. We had a ball with it. We're going to do another one. Okay. I was yesterday or Sunday afternoon. I was at Greenville Pickens Speedway. Guy comes running up to me, maybe watching right now. Hey, I bought from the big diecast show. And he is one of the limited few that got the Dale Jr. Windows car. okay? And he's all excited about it. And I thanked him. It was cool. It was really neat. So so we're going to do another one. So the final details are being worked out. Right now, we've tentatively looked at next Monday night, the 2nd of November, okay? So Monday night, the 2nd of November, we're still working through some details on it. So you need to follow along on our social channels and make sure you're logged in to get the emails from us at Circle B Diecast, okay? So make sure you do that. But we're working on another a stout lineup, a staggering lineup of diecast cars that we're going to blow out just like we did on the last big diecast show. So yeah, so we're looking at Monday night. We had a ball with it. We had a good time doing it. It was a lot of fun, and we know some of you got some really good deals out of the thing. And so I think that's the game plan. We're going to try it again. We're going to let her eat again. How's that sound? Does that sound fair? Does that sound fun? Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. But I'm warning you, there's a whole bunch of you people that didn't get diecast cars because you didn't listen to me, and some of those cars sold out, okay? And you're sitting there, and now you're in the notify me category. Well, the notify me category is great. You know what's a better category? The shipped category. That's a better category than the notify me category. So I'm going to make a deal with you. We're going to do another one of these big diecast shows, okay? But you need to order when we offer something up here, okay? I don't want to hear 4 hours later you sitting there saying, oh my gosh, because you didn't listen. So that's the story. That's the deal. We're having fun, having a good time for sure. And this is great. All right. I think we've got, yeah, I think we've got about everything covered there. I don't see any more questions. So I think we're in good shape. And yeah, Circle B Diecast is our retail line. That's where you need to go. CircleBDiecast.com. There is a we need to get a picture with this, okay? There's a very handsome man that does a blog on there too. So you need to check that out at Circle B Diecast as well. This week's blog, it talked about Chase Briscoe, okay? So yeah, check it out, CircleBDiecast.com. CircleBDiecast.com, all the same great deals with a lot more bells and whistles like the notify me button and all kinds of neat stuff. So CircleBDiecast.com, that's where we're at with the best in diecast deals. Hey, I'm Steve Post from Motor Racing Network. Remember, CircleBDiecast.com, CircleBDiecast.com. Thanks for joining us here for our Tuesday at 2 show.